Did you know I like He-Man? Spoiler alert, I do. Today, I'm gonna be opening some of the new Masters of the Universe Origins range. Not only will I be opening them, I'm gonna smell them. Let's get my nostrils around this little bad boy. Oh yeah. That's the smell I love. That smell reminds me of a fresh pencil case at school. The guy I've got here is called Manny Faces. Manny Faces by name. Let's see if he lives up to his name. Here we go. 5.5 scale, just like the old ones. I was hesitant with these at first, guys. I was kind of thinking, yeah, I'll just cherry pick a few of my favourites. I'm going to let you in on a little secret here, guys. I'm sold on them. I think I like them just about as much as the vintage line. They've got more colourful. I know a lot of the old school heads are going to be like, no, they've got things different. You know what? Sometimes change can be good. The new wave they're going to be doing, thought it was a little strange. They're going to be releasing the Lords of Power Beast Man at retail. Anyway, I just thought that was a bit of an odd choice. It does kind of seem like the new line is a lot of repaints, I've noticed. It's often a sign that a line's on the way out. Not seeing a lot of new tooling used on the latest range. Seems like got a couple of new head sculpts and a Wind Raider. Let's see how he compares to the vintage one. Here he is. One thing I always loved about Manny Faces as a kid, I always thought he had a kind of a biomechanical thing going on. Now apparently all that really happened was this part of the sculpt wasn't painted. And they've started rectifying that in later releases, i.e. this. You can see it's been painted blue, same with the Classics release. But for me, I don't know, I think it takes something away from it slightly. I always liked the fact that he was kind of half mechanical, half man. I always liked to think that this was kind of skin. But never mind. So they are side by side, very similar. This one's got more of an orangey colour. Side note, Manny Face's head is articulated on this one. I didn't notice when I was filming the video. That's some next level-ish right there. Alright, next up. Teela. Once known as the warrior goddess. Not anymore. Probably for sensitivity reasons. Don't want to offend religious extremists or anything. They're re-releasing this soon in green, which I thought was a little odd. Possibly a hardcore colour variant for the casual fans. In the original comics, she got kind of mixed up. She was two characters, really. The Green Goddess, who kind of looked like this. And then Teela, who looked pretty much... they were kind of two different characters in the end. What the hell? Not very good at holding these, I must say. I simply must say it. Very rubbery. Here's the vintage one. Kind of looking more like a Barbie figure or something in the vintage one. But one of the best things about these new ones is they do stand up. In fact, the old one, you can lean your old figures against the new ones for a bit of extra purchase. Why not? Okay, ladies. Moving. We got Man at Arms to look at here. And guess what? He's got his old trusty tash. Just like in the Filmation TV show. Now, if you remember the vintage one, he never had a moustache. And the beauty of this is, now my old man-at-arms will be one of the Eternian Guards, who looked like that in the series. And man-at-arms, how I know him, is finally here. Tash and all. Move it, junk. This is kind of nonsense. In the European release, they don't bother putting any words in. In fact, I'm sure I once had a comic, one of the European comics, said Beast Barrage on the front. This one doesn't. So, don't forget to buy multiples so you get all the variants, kids. You want to be a real geek. What's in here? Here he is. Fully tashed. The comics in Brazil don't have dialogues either. Yeah, I think they took it off just for the European release and presumably the worldwide release, just to save money, innit? So they don't have to print it in loads of different languages. Alright, here he is, Man-at-Arms, with his lovely tash, and his mate here, the Eternian Guard from the past. This wasn't actually one of the very vintage ones, this was one of those commemorative edition ones, and he sucks. He just will not hold that mace for love and money. Move it, my men-at-arms. We've got an Orko to unbox. I haven't got a vintage Orko, but I remember if you used to wind it up real tight, you could pretty much use it as a drill. I used to like to go it real fast and then put the drill bit on the back of my hand and let it twist my skin up a bit. Okay, goes straight up his butt. They've got rid of the little drill, so guess you won't be drilling your sister's eyes out with this one. They don't make them like they used to. Whoa, does that come off? Whoa. Weird. On your pop. Oh, yep, sure is loose. Well, at least he flies. Move it, Orko. Buzz off. Time for Roboto. This is one I said I wasn't going to buy, simply because I love the vintage Roboto. I didn't really feel I needed this one that much. Here's the vintage. Now, straight away, look at the cogs in the vintage one. Way better. Look at those back cogs, different colours. And they're all cast in a different bit of plastic, so with regards to tooling, this would have been a very expensive figure. This is when they were in the heyday in the 80s. They could afford to... Each one of these little different coloured cogs would be in a need different tooling. And you get all the different hands. I've actually... I don't have all his hands, because one of them I've lent to Tony Stark's over here. I am Iron Man. Right, let's get him open. Oh, wait. So they put these in some of them now, some of the later ones, so that you know. It helps you to know stuff. I'm assuming not all the figures are actually fully modular, just most of them. Here he is, Roboto. Well, sometimes I call him for a bit of fun. Robert. Oh, not really. Just having a laugh. Yeah, see, those back cogs are missing. They're completely absent. Replaced instead. Well, that's new. That's a new bit. Oh, it looks like more like he's chattering. Like the old one would sort of just do a quite smooth motion. Hello. Oh, it's me, Roboto. And now he's like, ah. Anyway, there's his different weapons. Oh, that doesn't really have much purchase in there, but yeah, in it pops. Okay, there's Roboto. As I say, I like the articulation, but apart from that, it's a downgrade. Here's a bit of a weird one, I guess. This is from a chap on Instagram called 8-Bit Zombie. If you haven't checked him out already, go do so. He's made his own... I guess it's a bootleg, but it's not your typical bootleg. He's actually got this done as a vinyl toy. So I got the plain green one a while ago. Probably should leave it in the collectible packaging, but I ain't gonna. In fact, I'm gonna give it a little smell. Ooh, it's got a smell a bit like a new beach ball. I'd describe that one. So a little resin skateboard. Here it is. Skate. Oh wait. What's it called? Thrashor, the 8-Bit Zombie. He's wearing a Nintendo Power Glove. He's got a thrash cap, denim jacket, open, and 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation. I think he's going to get a nice paint job off me the day that I finally start painting vinyl toys again. Whoa, wait a minute. He moves at the ankles. Nice. Yeah, I've went a bit silly. I've got multiples of some of them. I got this recently off of a Chinese seller on eBay. They're listed as prototypes, but I'm not so convinced. I think it's either... They've clearly had the proper moulds in China. Either someone's went in on the weekend and cast a load of cheap shit ones, or what I think's more likely is these are kind of rejects and things. This one had his head comes off dead easy. Belt's not painted. He's got a bit of black plastic crap in the head. And I actually messaged the seller to mention the black bit of crap. He's going to send me another head. A little update for you folks. He has done. The seller sent me another head and armour. Still not sure if they're legit or what, but there you go. But yeah, the Lord. This is the Lords of Power Beastman, which was a PowerCon exclusive about a year ago. And now it's getting a retail release, but in a slightly different colour. So, go figure. I'd have thought that would have been a bit of an obscure one for the more casual fan. But there you go. So yeah, what do you guys think about the MOTU Origins line? I like it. I think it's good what Mattel are doing, and a little strange that they've sort of went the opposite way while everyone else is going on a subscription service, or they basically want you to pay for the figure before they make it and they won't take the risk. Mattel have just went all in, balls to the wall, churning out cheap figures at retail for a brand that no one's given a shit about for 20 years, except for the nerds. So yeah, I think it's cool. Do I think they'll be successful? Probably not. That's why I'm buying them all up now. Little known fact, guys. Although Mattel have an exclusivity deal with the MOTU brand, they don't actually own Masters of the Universe. I think it's owned by Universal, if I remember rightly. And they have a contract at the minute where if there's any Masters of the Universe toys, Mattel get first say on making them. But that contract expires in under 2 years' time. So I think Mattel are getting as many of these figures out now while they've got the brand as they can before the license expires in 2 years. So these might dry up. I don't know. I'm just panic buying in every single one that I can get. I think the new articulations are cool, but the heads are ugly as hell. Yeah, I mean, some of the heads are hit and miss. Most of the heads, I don't really mind them. I mean, Man-at-Arms has got a moustache now. Can't knock that. He-Man and Skeletor, yeah, what's that about? That is weird. But, I mean, I just kind of took it to be an excuse so that they can sell us another add-on head with another pack later on. And I'll be right there to buy it.
El universo ya está protegido por el poder de Grayskull. Con secretos poderes de este gran castillo, y más luchar hasta el final.